Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman with Skyrim SE Retired Slow Play Part 37. And we are going to take up where we left off. We had just talked with a talking dog named Barbas, whatever his name is. And he took us in to see his master. And his master wanted us to go get some kind of axe or something that he had that he desperately needed, and we're not sure who's telling us the truth about what and the whys and of it. And it's like, okay, we're not really sure what we're going to be doing here, but we did speak to it's Clavicus Vile, that's who it was. A draedric prince, and he wants us to go find an axe, and Barbas is supposed to go with us to do that. So when I got out of the cave, I decided to look at all of the various quests and where things were, and we're kind of in a weird place now where we really should be running around to all the towns and gathering as many quests as we can, so that we can maximize our time, since I do not fast travel. So I haven't done all that yet. I've done some of it, but not nearly enough. And the part of that I hate is that it just absolutely fills my quest log with stuff, some of which I'm not going to do. And then but on the other hand, I want to be able, when I'm going into part of a map, I want to be able to do a whole bunch of quests at the same time in a part of a map. So regardless, I'm just kind of looking over everything and what I've got to do. I can see where we are, and I can see where the ruins or the cave that we are supposed to go to get the axe. And I decided, let's go get it. We can stop by home real quick because it's right on the way, because otherwise I think we could tell that dog to stay put somewhere. And look what happened. That obviously is some kind of a bug, because I did not jump up in the air. I think it had something to do with that daggone dog, and I was on the side of a hill. I'm not sure. He's so annoying, and I really would like to get the quests involving him over. I don't want to tell him to wait anywhere. I just want to go do it. So, I was thinking we're going to go ahead and go find that axe, whatever the heck it is, and take care of that and see what we can do with this dog. In the meantime, I noticed that it's like right on the way to my house. Do you see on my compass marker is the blue arrow? That's a custom marker that I put, and that means that's the direction of my house. So while we're not going to go like as the crow flies, or as I could have flown apparently on my horse, we're going to go on the pathways, since we're going to be going by there anyway. At the very least, if we don't do anything at all, we can sleep there. And sleeping at my house, since I do have a spouse and children, I get two different buffs from that. One is a lover's comfort, and the other one is a mother's love. And so those are good buffs to have. They last 8 hours. And so if you're not into the role-playing aspect of it like I am, or that makes me feel settled in the world and feel part of the world, then it's just a good buff to have, and the only way you can get it, unless you cheat, of course. So I get to the other side of Helgen, which I know you can go around from this side, and I notice, of course, the dog is not with us. So I have to go over to the gate and unlock it, which I've done numerous times. As you can see, it's an apprentice lock, and I pick the lock to open it again, and I pull back, and as you can see, out pops the dog. Annoying. So annoying. He won't follow me around. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't go around on both ends. I've talked about this so many times. Nobody's mentioned it to me in my comments on why that is. If I come from one direction, I can go around Helgen. If I come the other direction, I have to go through it. I don't know the answer. It's still annoying me. I really appreciate anybody that has any information about that. I haven't researched it. I haven't Googled it. I haven't checked Reddit. I haven't checked the wiki. I just know that it's an annoyance that I have that I continue to deal with. So, having said that, we are now on the other side of Helgen, and we are going to stop by the house. As I mentioned in my previous episode, one thing that I did while I was not on screen was to go through all of the workbenches in my house and make a list of all of the things I am currently short on to completely finish out the build of this house. And actually, the list is not nearly as extensive as I thought it was. I was kind of surprised, really, to be honest with you. I thought, wow, I've got so much to do, and I don't. I mean, I'm only missing a couple dozen items, and most of them are things like deer hides and large antlers and things like that. I do have some amulets that I still need: Akatosh, Arcade, Debella, Talos, and Zenithar. So I will be looking for those as time goes on. I know they're valuable to sell, but if I find those ones specifically, I am going to hang on to them. But otherwise, I'm looking for deer hides and antlers and saber-tooth teeth and things like that. So I'm so much closer than I thought I was. So anyway, I stopped by the house, and I know that I've got, I think, a wolf head or a wolf pelt on me. So I thought, let's check real quick and see, to knock off a couple items that we have. And I'm thinking, Runa, hi, yes, you can have allowance, but what the heck are you doing up in the middle of the night? That's what I should have asked her. Shouldn't you be in bed? But I didn't have that option. I think it's because it's really super early in the morning, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So as I'm creating these items that I now can create, I will mark them off on my physical list. My physical list is actually located on Microsoft OneNote, which I use for every single, all my life's on there, but my gaming life too. And Barbas, oh, he's so annoying, can't get rid of him. So I noticed that I can make something, but I need leather strips. So I'm going to run over here to my storage chest where I've got all that stuff and pick up the leather strips that I began collecting in the beginning of the game. The very first episode, if you paid attention, then you would have seen that I had been collecting those. So I haven't spent any money on leather strips. So I'm kind of proud of that, those things I'd have to pay for. So I just created a goat thing and a mud crab thing and mounted. So it looked like, okay, now I need more of those mud crab chittens. And I knew that I didn't have any more on me. I don't think I have any more goat hides on me, so I'm going to go ahead and store any of the items that I had been collecting that I like, the children's gifts and things. I haven't put into them anywhere else. They're all in this entryway chest, which I think must be limitless because it seems to hold every single thing that I need for it to hold. Later it will be some other use. So I want to store my construction items. And then I also noticed that I've got some other items, such as we do now have a potion maker, which I haven't started using, but I do have ingredients that I've been keeping for that purpose, just in case we do. And then I also have an enchanter in the house. So I've got a cabinet there where I'm keeping things for enchanting, such as any rings or necklaces that I have been finding, or I'm trying to get myself to save magical weapons and armor so that I can disenchant it. So far I haven't done that yet, but I'll get there. So I just put that wolf pelt away just in case we needed it for something else, because I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't think so. Yeah, I do. I think upstairs. So this is my ingredient pouch. So I just know in my own inventory, hit ingredients, and it shows me all the ingredients that I've already collected. So awesome. And my house, Carl, Lydia is kind of driving me nuts. It's like, okay, be quiet. I wish they were asleep, but they don't have anywhere to sleep because I made a mistake. When I built my house, I accidentally built a garden, which is great. I love the garden. Got little butterflies start floating around in there. It's a beautiful room, and you can go grow things in there. You can grow in, plants and ingredients. So It's nice. I'm glad I have it. I just wish I had thought ahead a little bit better and planned that out. So I decided to go ahead and get a quick nap. It's 5 in the morning. I'm going to sleep a couple of hours. I like to get up and go early, around 7 o'clock after sunrise. And that gives me, as you can see, lover's comfort and mother's love. So I wanted to double check that as well and make sure I didn't have any diseases or anything. And I had had some disease, and I went to a shrine of Archay to get rid of it, and I want to switch that to the shrine of Mara. I'm sorry. And I do have some shrines built down in my basement, so I can switch that. So if I had any disease or anything right there, I could have gone down, and I'm going to go down and switch it to the shrine of Mara. So it's kind of cool. I like it that I can have those. And so some, as you can see, I don't have them all built yet. They'll be on this wall right here. So I did choose the shrine of Mara. And if you'll notice, there's a skeever down here. Someone told me that they thought it might be a bug or something. When I first set up the basement, someone said, you can hear something down there. So went down there, and there was a fight ensued. I don't remember if I had Mercurio as my follower at that time. I can't recall. But I go down there, and all but one is killed. And that one doesn't attack. It just stands down there and makes the creepiest noises. And that I should be able to kill it. Well, I decided not to right in the moment. Maybe I will later. And also I had noticed that Serena wasn't with me, so I don't know where she was. But when I came over the side of the hill, she come running up and got off her horse. And then I got on my horse, so she got on her horse. So that's fine. I also noticed that our annoying dog is in my way constantly. So hopefully we are going to make that go away soon. It's like, oh my gosh, how annoying. But it's a quest, and I don't even know what it is, so we're going to go find out. Checking my map. Where do I need to go? And it looks like I need to go through Dragon Bridge and go up towards the area of close to where the jetty was to get to Serena's father's house. So made a mental note. Oh yeah, statue of Meridia. It's like, okay, and I have that on my quest log too. So we're going to go to Rimerock Burrow first. So that's where we're going to head. For those of you that have not watched any of my other videos, just some quick housekeeping. I roleplay, no fast travel. So that sometimes takes a while to get somewhere. I'll sprint my horse as fast as I can most of the time to speed things up. But that is a rule I have for myself. I find that it really... I don't like the scenes where even going into a house or something where that kind of breaks immersion a little bit. So since it does that, I don't want to completely break the immersion, so I do not fast travel. So it's going to make my game take a lot longer, and that is okay with me. I'm perfectly fine with it. Serena saw something. She's like, get back here. She saw something, and there's a red dot on my map. I don't know what she was chasing. I still don't know what she's chasing. It's like, and she's shooting at something, and I can't see it. The red dot, there it is, red dot popped back on my map. It was a fire atronach. It's like, okay, Serena, I mean, thank you. And then that thing exploded. I should probably get that spell to conjure them, because when they explode, it's like, holy moly. And there's the annoying dog, there's Serena, and there's my horse. Now, the other thing I was trying to find is we were fighting skeletons. And so somewhere, this horse had a rider at some point. I mean, I think I've seen it a number of times. So what I was looking for is trying to find those skeletons that we killed. I didn't know if they had anything on them or not. Who knows who they were before they became skeletons. So I was looking everywhere trying to find those skeletons. I hate it when things, like so many things like that happen where there was more than one thing that happened at the same time. And I kind of lost my way, and then I finally see a skeleton. It's like, oh, and there's a mace on it. So I was so frustrated over absolutely nothing. And that had an axe on it, and that was it. I thought, surely that's not all. Then I thought maybe the rider of the horse was laying around dead somewhere. Sometimes they have stuff. So it's like, oh my gosh, really? I just want to get up and get to this place where we're supposed to go. So part of the convenient horses mod that I have has a horn that you blow, and it, no matter where your horse is, it comes to you. So I love that. I don't like the horses in the game very well. I think they look kind of dumb. they're real choppy looking. You know, they don't fit in with this beautiful countryside, these realistic trees and pathways and the weather and the hills and the houses and all these things that look so realistic. These horses look out of place to me. And you can't ride first person like you can Oblivion. So anyway, the Convenient Horses mod made it so that my followers can ride a horse instead of getting lost way, way behind me, which does happen if you have a follower and you're riding a horse, especially if you want to sprint. And I can also have backpacks on my horse, so my horse can carry items for me. So for instance, if we kill a dragon or something and Serena's got too much stuff on her, I can put the dragon bones and scales in my horse because they are worth quite a bit. And also when I first started, I got a horse as soon as I could afford one. I was keeping all of the things we were saving for building my house. So iron ingots and all the other things that we were collecting, all of them went on my horse until I could start building my horse, because I had nowhere else convenient to store them. So the Convenient Horses made horses playable for me, because prior to that mod, which I did not add until last year maybe, I didn't use horses at all. I hated them because the controls are really weird. You can't ride first person. I had no other reason to, but this mod gave me a reason to. So anyway, come around this corner and there's a guy standing there with this big weird looking ox thing. I don't know what it is or what he's doing. I don't know if we could talk to him. I didn't care at the moment, but I get out of the corner of my eye, I was like, is that? Yes, it is. And so I purposely stopped, not only because I saw a Nirnroot or heard and saw a Nirnroot. I wanted to stop to make sure that Serena and the dog had caught up to me. Serena is pretty good about staying up with me when I'm running, sprinting my horse. She'll catch up usually, but Barbas, what the heck is his name? He doesn't very well. So if I get too far ahead and I'm looking for him, it seems to take him an awful long time to catch up with me. I would be so annoyed if I lost him and had to go back and find him somewhere. So to avoid that, every once in a while I'll get off my horse or I'll stop and look around, as opposed to sprinting all the time, which I will do until my stamina runs out. So that's why one other reason I got off my horse, besides the Nirnroot, which is an addiction, I'll admit it, I went ahead and just stopped for a minute to make sure that everybody was on the same page, because I certainly don't want to be annoyed, because I would be. So anyway, we are going to go find out. Now I got slowed down. That means something's chasing me, and I turn around and it's a wolf. So I'll let Serena go ahead and kill it. In the meantime, I'm still looking for the dog. And where is he? There. Is he finally catching? He's finally catching up. I saw him. So, it's like, okay. And Serena's got a sword, and she can, and I don't usually carry swords. I don't like them. I don't play with them. I use magic and staves, and she can swing from her horse. And so that's why I kind of let her take care of them. Unless, if she gets overloaded with 3 of them at a time or so, then sometimes I'll hop off, or I'll just keep running. If you keep running, they find something else to chase anyway. So, but if she's got the one she can usually take care of it, and I don't have to get off my horse, and we don't have to slow down, which is what I don't want to do. So we will keep on going here. And while I did want to also mention for any new viewers is that I am not a professional sound engineer. That's my son's job. And I do not care to get the software and the skills to take out background noise. And I live on a lake, and on beautiful days like today, I'm going to have my sliding doors open to the lake, and you're going to hear boat noises and sometimes music noises, and even sometimes children laughing as they are being pulled along. by their parents in their boats on floats and things like that. I try to keep it down as much as possible. If they're super close to my house, then I will sometimes stop for a minute until they're gone. But occasionally you're going to hear that background noise. And again, I'm not a professional, but I try to make it as professional as possible. So anyway, that's why you're going to hear some noises sometimes. So I don't apologize for that. I'm grateful for where I live, and I'm not a professional. So anyway, I'll try to do as good as I can so that it doesn't distract you. So then I noticed we got attacked by some bandits. And it's like, okay, it's like, let Serena's horse, I thought, let's get near the horse and let it blow up. Well, Serena must have killed it before it did. That's one of the cool things about Serena's horse is when she hops off of it, it kind of goes to where the main fight is going on, and that horse will blow up. And it's so cool. It just it explodes like a fire atronach does, and kills anything in the immediate area. So, and then I heard her say, "Who's there?" So there's more bandits. They're everywhere. And it looks like one of them shot the dog. Hopefully he's essential. Well, he has to be. I'm sorry, he got an arrow sticking out of his neck. And then Serena's running the other direction. I couldn't figure out what she was shooting at. And I think we're supposed to be getting blood from different creatures and stuff. And I thought that the only one we were missing for that particular quest was Falmer blood. So I kind of was wanting to check and see if there was one that we needed to collect blood. I didn't know what we had killed, and so that's one reason why I was kind of looking around here. And that's a quest we will look at another time, but I just want to mention it. And there is a bandit, looks like an orc, that Serena resurrected, so we had some good help on that fight. So anyway, let's get back on the horse and get going here. I think everybody's together. Yep, there's the annoying dog, and we're gonna get everybody out of my way and let's go. It's like scoot, scoot. So that's another reason why I will go ahead sometimes and then call for my horse, because it gets Serena out of my way, the horse out of my way, everything out of my way. So it's like, where am I going? Okay, I'm going to head to kind of the right here. Just trying to make sure I don't make a wrong turn. You may notice that the roads look a little different if this is your first time. Looking at one of my videos, I have a quality world map. It's called a quality world map. Is the only other mod, well, the unofficial, I guess I don't consider the unofficial Skyrim special edition pack a mod, but I guess it is. It got installed automatically. I don't believe it's anything that I did, at least that I have recollection of. So to me, I only have two mods. That's Convenient Horses and a quality world map. I'm kind of an anti-modder person. I don't like having mods in the games. I like to play them the way they were designed. The Essential Horses, it was just a matter of me refusing to play the way the game was made because I hated the horses so much. So that made it a little bit more playable. And then the... I'm sorry, I lost track of mine. The quality world map is the other one that I installed, and really I installed it for my subscribers because I have a tendency to get lost so much, especially when you cannot see the roads on the map. And you know, I mean, Bethesda just did not do a very good job with the map. You can't see things. And so I decided to reduce the amount of times that I was getting lost, which was so often. I thought that would help, and it has. So that's why the roads look a little different than the regular map. And again, I'm just looking at these things to see if we got any lockpicks. I'm definitely keeping an eye out for, I think it's Falmers. And looks like we've got another. I thought this guy wasn't attacking me, and I was coming up here, thought maybe it was a friend. Then he pulls out a knife. He's not a friend. He's just standing there, right? And he's like, it's like, oh, okay, well, let me go ahead and shoot you then. I mean, he's got a dog, an orc, he's got a ex-vampire, and me. He does not stand a chance. And he is dead. So, dead is dead. So, thank you for whatever you had on you. I probably should have gone ahead in and looked what else they had up there. We've killed all these guys before, and they just keep showing up. So I guess we'll keep killing them. So anyway, as you can see, I ran ahead here so that I can call for my horse with my horn, and that makes it so much easier to get everything and everyone out of my way except for the annoying dog. So that's okay. We're gonna get that done and get that taken care of. So we're gonna continue on this journey. I don't think we have too far to go. Actually, what's really interesting about where we're currently heading, in previous episodes, you may have seen me working on the Dawnguard quest line, which has to do with the vampires, and we have to come up to this part of the map quite a few times and go to Serena's father's castle, which is just a bit north of where we're actually going. And the place that we needed to go was way right here. I'm sorry, I'm not saying it right. The way that we're getting ready to go is somewhere I've actually been accidentally numerous times trying to get to Serena's father's house. I just found it interesting that we ended up with this quest that took me to that place that I had accidentally been to many times and was annoyed when I got there. So this time we're going to go someplace. We're going to go to that annoying place, and it's a good reason. So double checking my map again, because I do not want to get lost again. It's like, yes. So we take a right here, right after we cross the bridge into Dragon Bridge, and head on up, kind of north looking here. Shouldn't be too hard to find. And we are going to pass another shrine on our right. Oh, an orc attacked me. That was so very rude. Now this time I lost the orc and my horse ran over there. Serena's down here. The dog's over there. I couldn't find the orc that attacked. The dog is barking like up there and my red dot is up there. It's like, how do I get up there? So I thought, well, I guess I could come around the side. I wasn't sure. It looked like Serena's horse had exploded somehow, somewhere. I was just trying to find the orc because I thought maybe it had armor or weapons or any other value that we could use. I couldn't find the dead orc anywhere. Thought, well, maybe it's up here. Oh no, look at this. There's another orc that's attacking apparently. So I'm looking everywhere. Then I see the troll. I hate trolls because all you get is troll fat and they really do beat you up pretty bad. So I don't see the dead orc or two or however many there were. I don't see them. So it's like, come on guys, I mean, I understand that the gravity plays a lot into this. They roll down hills, but it's like, where are they? Where did at least one of them, surely? I don't see any of them. I didn't see it. I mean, I was looking and looking and looking. I hate to waste time. I don't see it. Her Serena standing there, nice and serene. Like her name, Serena, serene, no pun. So, and here comes the dog back, and it's like, all right, guys. And then I make a note. Down that way is the way we made that solitude. That's the other statue there. So, okay, we'll be coming back here. I'm good. Right here's my horse. Get on it. Let's go. I want to get on with this quest and get rid of this daggone dog. So, okay. Back we go. Up into the cold. Let's speed it up. They'll catch up eventually. And I think I've pretty well decided, I've talked many times about the survival mode, and I think I've pretty well decided not to try it. I mean, I may try it on my own, playing on my own sometime, but I just don't think, of what I've read of it and the comments I've gotten about it, I don't think that it's fair about the cold part of it. Having to eat, having to sleep, I could be all over that, and I think it would really add to immersion, which I'm all about. But there's some things that are just really not fair, that have to do with the survival mode and the cold. And what the heck is shooting me? Thalmor Justicar? What the heck? That thing's hard to kill too. Look at that. I don't know what that is. Anyway, there's something not fair about the way the cold works. Now look at this. Justicar execution order? What the heck? So we might want to check that. Yeah, I know we should move. I'm trying to figure out who this guy is and what the heck. Who is this thing? What is this thing? I've never seen it before that I recall. So anyway, I passed it up. And I'm like, where is it? Some kind of order. There, a Justicar execution order. All right. Enemy to the Thalmor. Extreme hatred. You destroy with extreme hatred. Well, that's rude. I mean, really. So, I'm trying to talk about the survival mode and got distracted. I'm so sorry. I just think there's some unfair things. So, for instance, like, you can't put on, you should be able to put on warm clothing to keep you warm. And, it's like almost everything I have should be warm clothing, really. I mean, but you have to put on specific warm clothing. The only way to get warm is to be around a fire or go in a building. And look at this. You would have to skip past to me, this is cold right here. I think I would be cold if I was playing survival mode. So I don't know. I'll play it by myself sometime. I just don't think for this playthrough I'm going to do it. I think it's going to add a level that's going to be more frustrating to my viewers than not. And this is supposed to be a retired, slow playthrough. So I'm going to try to keep it that way. And for my new viewers, like I said, I don't fast travel. I play Skyrim to enjoy myself and to enjoy the story and the people I come across and their backgrounds, and there's so much involved in this game, and I choose to not make this about the fighting. I choose to not speed through things. I just want to enjoy it. It's a beautiful game. Complete with its bugs and whatever, it's still a beautiful game. And while we're all waiting for the 6th Elder Scrolls game to come out, hopefully it'll happen in our lifetime, in my lifetime. So I'll go ahead and play this one because it is a beautiful game. And it's so in-depth. I love the Elder Scroll lore that's kind of weaved in and out through all of the Elder Scrolls games. And I opened up Arena just to look at it and shut it down. It was before my time, but starting with Daggerfall, I've played them all in varying degrees. And it's like, got off my horse because I didn't want to bring it up here, and then a fight ensued behind me and my horse ran ahead. So hopefully he'll go back to a safer place. I don't want him to fall off the hill. So I come in here, and for some unknown reason, Serena is attacking Barbas. I cannot figure out why she's doing that. So it saves when you come into a place like this, but it was very confusing to me. I don't know what happened that caused her to start attacking the dog. But it's like, okay, let's get on with it. And we've got a fire Atronach that's attacking us. Yes, I did see that. Oh, look at this. Who is this? Sebastian Lort. And he's got a ward spell on. And I can't really do any damage to him until his ward spell is gone. It's like, dude, run out of Magicka here. And I think he did right there finally. So he's a kind of a tough character, but I got him. And so, anyway, I decided just to ignore what was going on with Serena and Barbas, and hopefully they will get their crap figured out so that I don't have to deal with it. So, the rueful axe, found it. It was laying right there. I mean, how often do you walk into a place and find what you're looking for within like 30 seconds? And thinking, surely that can't be all that. In this annoying place that I have been right to the door of it dozens times. I'm thinking, okay, I want to look and see if there's anything else here. Surely it's bigger than that. And that was that thing that she had resurrected. I'm not collecting that elven armor. I won't wear it, and I don't want it for either of us, so I don't pick it up. And I just don't want. I don't want the extra weight. So I decided to come on back in here, and I'm glad I did. I mean, we for one thing, they've got sweet rolls. They've got pizza. Thought, you know what? Grab that sweet roll. Maybe I can give that to one of the kids. I didn't mean to read the book again. I'm trying to open the end table because there's oftentimes cool things I want. A wooden bowl isn't it, but it's there. And for those of you playing survival mode, there was a bed right there. You could have taken a nap. So I thought I better check. I got a coin purse with 30 gold. And I didn't see any books here, any other, what am I trying to say? Spell books, skill books. That's the word I'm looking for. I didn't see any more. But I did find another soul gem. Still collecting those for some reason. So far this playthrough, I'm not really using that. Oh, I want to talk to Barbas real quick. And so we're going to say, what's the story behind the rueful axe? And so Barbas gives us the history about this whole axe thing. And so you can check that out for yourself, but he is telling us that it was a wizard ability to end his daughter's curse, and Clavicus gave him an axe. At this point, you could have told him, I want to keep it. You can tell him to stop following you. I don't know what happens if you do any of that. I do want to look at the axe real quick. 30 points of stamina damage, and it's worth 1183. So I could have kept the axe at this point. I could give it to Serena. I could sell it. There's lots of things I can do. There was a chest here. This looks like a chest that you normally get at the end of a big quest area. Sometimes there's word walls and things, and that's the kind of chest you find. Most of the time it's got pretty good stuff, and that one had pretty good stuff. So that was worth a little detour down that side way, even though we didn't need to have to go there to finish what we were doing, which was to find the axe. So now we got the axe, and I thought, you know what, let's take a quick look around to see if there's anything else I've missed, any chests or anything else. And I did not see anything else. I think we've seen pretty much everything I need to see in here. So what's next? We go out, of course. I can't believe it. I've come up to the door of this particular cave so many times. I had no idea that thing was in there. It's like, whatever. So we come outside, the dog's in the way. Get out of my way, mutt. I'm going to go down this pathway a little bit just to get past everything. I'm going to double check and what's next. Now, if you recall, I still had, there was another shrine that I could go to, and it's on our quest, and I know that we can do some cheats to get rid of these quests that we'll never do, and maybe someday I will. I don't know. I've never gotten to the point where my quest log is completely full of things that I'm not going to do. I am going to do the Meridia's beacon. I found that beacon. We are really close to it. We go right by there to go anywhere we need to go. So I thought, okay, let's go ahead and take that thing up there. We're right here. So also check the wolf. I do need some wolf pelts for my house, so grab that real quick. I don't know how many more I need, but I went ahead and grabbed it. So let's go ahead and try not to fall off our horse. And even though I've got the annoying dog with me, he does fight with us. So, you know, it's like having a third party member. Hopefully, I think he's essential, so he won't die, at least up until the point that we get rid of him. So, yeah, like I said, I would not have a dog as a follower with me just because he's so in the way. I mean, Serena, she's not too bad. She doesn't get in the way that much and that often. But that dog sure did. It's like, ugh. So anyway, what I'm going to do is follow this pathway up into the road that juts off to the right just before it. So that's why I'm going this way. And try not to get lost on the roads. Because I really think if I didn't have the Quality World map installed, that it would have been much harder to see that. So I'm grateful for it. It's not perfect. It doesn't show you all the pathways that there are. Sometimes I've seen pathways that are not on the map, and that's okay, but it shows you most of them, and it certainly helps me from getting lost, which is very, very annoying. And something is attacking me. I don't know what it is. I look around, and apparently it's a wolf. And those guys are taking care of it. I'm good. Where's the dog? He's right there. Oh, no, it wasn't a wolf. It's an ice wraith is what it is. And I thought, okay, maybe I should go help, because it is an ice wraith and it's attacking the dog. And I thought, you know what, we could take care of that real quick. And it died, and before her horse exploded, it was already dead. Where are you going, horse? Is something else after us? Why are you running away? There's settings on convenient horses where you can tell your horse, and I assume that this is for convenient horses, and don't take my word as law, but I think that's why I can have settings where I can tell the horse its behaviors. So I can tell it, for instance, if we're getting into a fight, to either join in or to run away for safety. So I have mine run away for safety because horses can die, and that would be so incredibly annoying for my horse to die with all that stuff on it. I would have to reload after some battle of some kind. So that's why he backs off when there's a fight. That's a setting. So you can do yours any way you want. So I thought, you know what, it's been a little bit, let's save. We haven't saved since we came out of the tiny little cave. And we're going to take a right. Oops, past the sign. Turn right. Don't be an idiot. Turn right. So I can see that my pointer is like pointing more to the left, but I think there's probably going to be a marker or a pathway or something that's going to get us more easily up there, as opposed to going up the side of a mountain, which is always a pain in the neck. And still we're going to come down, and we're going to come to a T and then take a left. So that's my current plan, my current thinking anyway. And we found it. Nice pathway. And before we're even up the hillside, this thing is talking to us. It's like, what the heck? Oh my gosh. So it says the statue is discovered. So our quest has advanced a little bit. She's just talking on and on. So I'm going to put my horse right here and say, no, okay, stay right there. I'm going to go up here. I don't know if those guys are following me or not, but I think I'm going to save again, just in case. And I'm so glad that I did. So she says, restore my beacon that I might guide you towards your destiny. Okay. Place the beacon. And then, holy Toledo. Look what happened to us. We are up in the middle of the sky above the land. Look at this. You can look all around. And she's just talking away. And I'm just like, what? Look, that's down. That's where we came up from. We go way up in the sky. That's so cool. But anyway, she's still talking, so we should probably listen. It's time for my splendor to return to Skyrim. All right. All right. The token of my truth lies buried in the ruins of once a great temple, tainted by a profound darkness skittering within. Okay. The necromancer Malkoran defiles my shrine with the vile corruption, trapping the lost souls left in the wake of his war to do his bidding. Well, he sounds like a bad guy, and she sounds like a good guy. He's a necromancer. Okay. Worse still, he uses the power stored within my own token to fuel his foul deeds. So, still, she sounds like the good guy. I have brought you here, mortal, to be my champion. You will enter my temple, retrieve my artifact, and destroy the defiler. Okay. Tell me a little bit more about this artifact. Mortal call it the Dawn Breaker, for it is used to forge a holy light that breaks upon my foes, burning away corruption and false life. Oh, that sounds kind of good, right? You will enter my shrine, destroy Malkoran, and retrieve this mighty blade. You will enter my shrine and destroy Malkoran and retrieve this mighty blade. Well, it doesn't sound like I have much of a choice in the matter. But a single candle can banish the darkness of the entire void. If not you, then someone else. Okay. My beacon is sure to attract a worthy soul. Hey, I'm worthy. But you are wise, if you are wise, you will heed my bidding. Well, I'm wise, but go now. The artifact must be reclaimed and Malkoran destroyed. Okay. Malkoran has forced the door shut, but this is my temple and it responds to my decree. All right. I will send a ray of light and guide the light through my temple, and its doors will open. Okay, that's kind of a hint, I guess, on what you need to do. And as you can see, you're starting to drop to the ground rapidly. Thankfully, you don't get hurt on the way down. So the only hint you get is guide Meridia's light through the temple. So that's kind of your hint on what to do. So I'm like, okay. How and where? And I don't know what that would have done if I clicked on it. So obviously we need to get into her temple, and she says it had been locked, but she's opening it, or well, I'm sorry, the thing we need to do is locked within the temple, and she's going to there's light that will guide the way. It's kind of our hint that we're supposed to use to figure out. By the way, just for informational purposes, I do have 2 Balinese cats, which are long-haired Siamese. Mine are exceptionally affectionate and demanding. So if I haven't pet them in a reasonable amount of time, which they determine what's reasonable, they will sit at my feet and cry and cry and cry. So you'll hear them every once in a while. So I do apologize if it breaks your immersion. It really bugs me sometimes too. So I found the entrance to this place. We're going to save right before again. So I'm kind of saving over new saves just in case. And we're going to enter the temple. And it's kind of creepy looking in here. It's kind of misty looking. Here's a desecrated corpse. I feel like cooking on them is desecrating them again. So, but at the same time, I just picked up 75 gold or whatever it was. So I thought, sorry, they're dead. What do they need with gold? And the answer is nothing. I need gold, so I'm taking it. So sorry. Try not to kill anybody important. Daggone dog is still with me, but that's okay. I wanted to come here. Maybe he'll be helpful. So you can see me going through rather carefully, trying to make sure that I'm not missing things. And looking at the floors for traps, because I really don't know. There's 40 gold. So these corpses have a ton of gold on them compared to the, 2 or 4 that we usually get. So I was like, well, then we're not going to miss any of them because they've got a bunch of gold on them. So here's an adept wooden door. Our skill level's at 45 and a half almost. So I felt like most likely I won't to use too many of my many lock picks. So I think that we're up to, I don't know what it is. It's over 70 lock picks. Now I opened that door, it made a lever flip. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that was a must. And I think it's really interesting that I'm in a ruin where I'm not finding any lockpicks, and I had a door that I had to pick open. Unless I'm mistaken about that, unless I could have banged it open with a sword or something, I thought that was really interesting and didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. But anyway, that's okay. I was able to, obviously I'm easily able to pick it at this point. But so anyway, trying to watch my map to make sure that I'm getting to the right place, and we come into this huge chamber, and you can see there's a beacon of light that's shining down from one side. So that kind of tells me, and again, I'm going back up here to make sure that I haven't missed something or went the wrong way. I want to make sure that I've gone everywhere that I possibly can. So you can see this huge beacon of light up on this pedestal up here. And so obviously I want to check these desecrated quartz. That had 100 gold. They're just loaded with gold. And so I thought that was really interesting. So I'm taking it. I mean, why not? So anyway, we're going to keep going in here as much as we can. And we come to a door that says it requires a key. So obviously I cannot go in there yet. We have to find other places that we're going in. I'm kind of going all the way around the edges of the room, trying to make sure that I haven't missed anything in this big room. And instead, definitely haven't missed any big corpses. And we come up here, and I keep going past it. And I can see that I'm going to have to get up above somehow. I just don't know how. And I'm also at the same time thinking, it said it required a key. Maybe there's keys. Maybe I missed a key. Maybe there's a key on a corpse. At this point, I have no idea. And I don't know if I've missed any rooms or anything. It looks like that I need to go the opposite direction that I'm standing and go through a door. But I can't go through the door because the door is locked. And I don't know how to get up above. So obviously I'm missing something, and the dog is no help. So, like again, you see me backtrack here, and I can tell that it seems like I've missed something, is what it seems like to me. So we'll double check, and I can see the corpses. If they're empty, most likely I've emptied them out, so I've been that way. And then I find this chest that I haven't opened yet. And 5 gold, 2 lockpicks. So I guess it's the only lockpicks I recall seeing anywhere here. There's a useless sword. I don't see anything on the walls. I've got people and the dog Serena and the dog were both in my way. I was like, okay, now I'm getting annoyed. So that chest had been a place we had not been in yet. And so, again, I wasn't 100% sure. That was the room that had the switch that we flicked. And I was pretty sure that we hadn't missed anything back here. We had missed that one room somehow, but I don't think we had missed anything else from what I can tell anyway. So we'll figure it out. I just, when I feel like that I'm missing something, I kind of go back over what I just did, because a lot of times that's how I'll find a switch or a button or a handle or something. I knew I had already flicked that once, so I thought, well, I don't want to flick it again because I don't think that would be productive. I already checked that chest that we missed, and I came back in here just in case there's something on the wall or something that I couldn't see, which was really annoying. I mean, all of these walls in this particular dungeon to me look like they should be doors. So it's like, oh my goodness, I could be missing, what if there's a key in the basket? I mean, it was really a confusing one for me. And I resisted the temptation to do what I normally do, which is to go to the wiki. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to try to be a good adventurer and keep at it. Just keep trying to figure it out. So you'll have to pardon me for not being the smartest stick in the pile, but I knew that if I keep looking around, eventually I would find what I was missing. So we're going to keep looking. And also I kept jumping up on these rock areas and looking up behind, and then jumping over, getting past my companions there. So, and I also kept thinking that maybe there was a chest behind these rock areas with the key that opens the door, because it said it needs a key. So I assumed there was a physical key that I was missing. And Barbas, please stop annoying me. And I also kept checking, these dead bodies. Obviously, if I've already taken what was on them, they're empty. So I knew that, that's how I can tell. That's how I keep track of my dead bodies. Except it's really it really was nice on these because all they had was money. I hate it when they've got things on them that I don't want, and then I only take the things I do want, and then I end up checking the bodies again because it says that they're not empty. So I was annoying my own self. Then I thought, well, maybe there's something in these walls right here, these things holding the candles. I thought, oh, maybe I'm missing that. I was just not, it just didn't occur to me what I should do. But I figured it out, it's not to worry. It's just going to take me a minute. And so your patience and watching me stumble around clueless are really helpful. So I will figure it out, not to worry. Doesn't take me horribly long. But, this is the life of a non-power gamer. We stumble around and, not, the only thing annoyed was that dog. I wasn't annoyed. I was just wandering around thinking, okay, what am I missing? Can I just not see it? It's kind of dark here. And since I hadn't looked it up, I still didn't have a clue. So that was interesting. Wonder if I could have shot that down. Didn't even think about that until just now. Checking my map again. It's like, okay, I don't think I've missed anything back there. I gotta go that other way. So because I care about you so much, I am not going to torture you with quite a few minutes that I spent being an idiot, including going out of the dungeon. I realized I had not clicked on that pedestal. So I figured it out. I had to click on the pedestal to make another light shine down and a door open up. So that's what I had done, and I went back, I backtracked, I spent a lot more time than I made you sit through to figure out that that's what I had missed. I kept walking around and around, but it never occurred to me, I never got close enough so that my cursor said activate it. So it opened up that door that I couldn't open before, and I'm seeing these corrupted shades back here, and just knocking them off. They're not too hard. Get that dog out of my way. And I was checking the ghostly remains, and mostly they don't have anything, but and there's another one stuck back there, and there's another beacon thing right there. Oh, Serena, you ran right in front of me, dear heart. I did not mean to do that. So sorry. And they don't have anything on them that we need. And so I'm kind of going once over around the room just to make sure. I don't want to take the bowl. But anyway, I wanted to check, all my avenues before I go up here and click on this thing. Looking for books and whatever, and I saw, see a door down there. And so anyway, just kind of make sure that I don't make any more mistakes and get too much more lost. But when we have to click it. Yes, we did it. And so that's what she was talking about, guiding her light through this thing. There's a whole bunch of those that you have to find and click on, and it makes the lights connect with one another. So that's what we're doing, is going through and finding all those things and killing a few creatures along the way and checking some urns along the way. And this isn't a terribly battle heavy one. This one was interesting. It opened up a door. I couldn't see anything back here. It's like, okay. I saw nothing to click on. You can't get through here. It's like, okay. But there's something over there that I gotta get to. It's like, well, that's totally not fair. So, anyway, it's mostly a dungeon of finding those beacon things and clicking on them so that they attach to the other ones and open, more beams of light and all that kind of thing. So that's basically what it's about. So I know I haven't been this way, especially because I can see some ghostly remains attacking us, some shades. So we can take those out pretty good and check the urns while we're at it, because you just never know what you're going to find. So, but it is helping us with what direction we need to go in. It's pretty well lit up in here. Looking for potions and books, and you just never know. So you can see, what's interesting is you could see through there, and you can see, oh, I need to get to that side, or I need to get over that way. Like a hint or torture, whichever way you want to look at it. So again, all of these walls in this dungeon to me look like doors. They all look like there should be a way to get through. It's like, okay, it's driving me crazy. This door wasn't locked, and that's cool. And there's a chest in here. I didn't see any bad guys or anything. I thought, oh, cool. And desecrated corpse with 40 gold. We'll take that. You don't need that no more. And let's see what we got. 7 gold and a potion of healing. That's not fair. When you have a chest like that, that should be much more stuff in there than that. That was like torture. So not fair. But I did see a potion of healing, so that's good. So back in here, and there's another thing attacking us. Hey, leave that dog alone. He's not hurting you. But maybe he was. I don't know. So that brings us back into here. And now we can get up these stairs. And I saw that there's some urns we hadn't checked. And I was looking for levers or anything. I hate to get back in corners like that because the dog comes up and blocks my way. That door requires a key. So obviously we got to do something else to get it open. Get out of my way. So, oh, I guess there was a shade over there. So, sorry, Barbas, you were protecting me, and I appreciate it. So, in this case, I just jump over because I could. I just thought it might make things faster if I can just get over here real quick and find out what do I need to do. Is there a lever? Is there anything that I need to do back here? Is there a door? Is there a room? Is there anything? And I found an enchanter, which is interesting. I'm not going to use it, but it's there. So I've got, it looks like there's a chest behind a locked gate. Okay. And then it looks like there's a door. Can I open the door? It is locked. So we can open that with our handy dandy lockpicks. Hopefully not. We have 86 left, so we're all right. And our skill's getting better. We're getting closer to 46. Lockpicking skill is important in this game. And look at that. Jump up and down with joy, especially when you hit the wrong key. And look at that. It helped us. Get out of my way. Please back up. Serena's like, oh, I know what she needs. There's an enchanter. What else can we do here? And we can go across here and we can hit another beacon thing, a pedestal, I guess. So that should open something else up for us. And then I thought, well, we can jump across and our pointer is saying go through this door. And this is the Kilkreath balcony. So then I thought, uh-oh, did we come the wrong way? We're outside, but my compass marker told me to go this way. So I thought, okay, we're going to follow this around a little ways. It saved when we came out. And look back over here. It's an expert chest. Maybe we better save on this one. It says expert, and I don't know what's considered expert. Looks like we are 46 now. So let's see if we can get it open. We have 83 lockpicks. We just used 2, so that's not bad. So I kind of had an idea if we just moved it just the tiniest bit. And look at that. We only used 2 lockpicks. And look what we found. Look at the value of this stuff. I'm not going to use most of it, but look, 200 gold, 500 scroll, 250 scroll, a ring of squire, and some robes worth 500. And my goodness, that was a nice find. Yes, definitely wolf, Barbas. I would have woofed on that one too. Now this is the Kilkreath ruins, which is a different part of this dungeon, I think. So it did autosave for us, so that was good. And I'm just not sure what the deal is. It was interesting that we had to go out to come in. That was kind of weird. So, not real sure what we need to do here. I thought I'd take a quick look around. Surely there's bad guys. Yes, there are. Got some shades that we need to take out. Thanks for barking at them, Barbas. I'm sure you scared them to death. And again, all this time I'm still looking for keys or something. I just keep looking. They have nothing on them that I can see that was worthwhile. But this looks like a whole different area from what I can tell anyway. Need a key for that, so obviously we can't open that. And it looks like there's another area up above. Look at that thing sneaking around. You nasty thing, you scared us to death. Yeah, where did you come from? That's what I said, Serena. So we're going to clean up our loot back here. Don't know what we got, if anything. Oh, and another desecrated corpse. We'll take all the gold. Thank you so much. Desecrated dead person. And then there's a ruby. And then I see all these individual coins on the plates. I have to pick up the coins. I'm incapable of... Oh, look at that gold emerald ring. That was a nice ring. And here we are in the dark. I barely saw that. But I'm glad I did. If we do get it to enchanting, the better the value of the item that we use, the better our enchantment is. So that was very... Oh, who's there? She saw something. Where is she seeing it? Was it up above? Yes, it was up above. She killed whatever it was. So we need to get up above too. I think we saw some stairs in here somewhere. We got to find them again. Because we're in a whole different area, so I'm not doing this very smartly. I'm just running around like a fool with the head cut off. But we can go up these stairs. And let's see what we got back here. Is there any keys? And here's another pedestal for us to click on. So that was like good. Would you please get out of my way? And I was walking around the edge here to see if there was another pathway. And man, new rule, don't walk in front of the beams. Ouchie. That hurt. At the time, I didn't even know what it was. Oh, look at this. Where did he come from? Yeah, that's teamwork. We got him because I didn't see him at all. Barbas, you are just so annoying. Please get out of my way. So I have to go figure out where I'm supposed to go. Ooh, nice big magic potion. I have a feeling we haven't been this way yet. Yeah, we haven't been back here yet, so apparently the only way you can get back here is to go out to come in. So okay, we'll do it. Who knows what we'll find back here. Check some urns. Might find another, we haven't checked that. It had a garnet in it. So it was worth checking. A chest. And a flawless garnet. Nice. We can always use our flawless gems. I have no idea what we need them for, if anything. So, let's see. Can we... Oh, here's another desecrated corpse. What's he got? Gold and a wooden door. Oh, look how... I caught it. In the dark, I caught it. It's got a trap there. So I backed up, and sure enough, that would have hurt. Bummer that the strong box was empty. But I think we're going to find some other stuff in here that's useful. Let's see. No. 1 gold and 1 minor potion. So I could potentially gotten killed at that doorway for a piece of gold. that was really not cool. Another we already got the gold off of that thing. So is that's not cool. And 3 pieces of gold. So almost nothing in here. And I didn't see that we had to be in here. So a trapped room with, oops, I did miss something. I hate it when I do that. But it's really amusing and humbling when you watch your own gameplay. If you haven't done it before, I highly recommend it. Because you see mistakes that you make so clearly. Because when you're in the moment, when you're playing and you're battling and you're kind of tense because you're in this place where you don't know what's going to come around the bend, you can miss things so easily. And it's like I said, it's kind of humbling to be watching my own gameplay in a slower, relaxed pace and go, oh wow, how could I have missed that? So again, I'm looking around thinking, I don't know, I think we need to go down. I think I need my followers out of my way. And it's like, okay, it looks like I need to go through that doorway. But did I miss something? Oh, probably. Not that doorway. A different doorway. Like I said, it's very humbling to look back and see your mistakes that you make in the moment when you were rushing and dodging, and you're kind of at a heightened sense of stress. Really, not stress, but you know what I mean. You're really everything's really heightened, and you're rushing and you're trying not to miss anything, and you're looking around, looking over your shoulder, and if you get your volume turned up or a headset on, you're hearing things, and you're like, it's so easy to miss things. So anyway, it was just a magic potion, so that's okay. We can miss a magic potion or two, right? And we can miss going in the doorway we should have gone in. That's okay. We will eventually figure it out. Eventually is the key word. Try not to repeat ourselves over and over and over again. Whoa, another trap. And honestly, I don't know what it did because I was standing so far back. But there's a lever that we have to hit, so we'll hit the lever. So I don't know what that opened for sure. If it opened this doorway, not sure. But I do know it let me into an area I had not been in before. So that was good. And so at least this caged area we have not been in before. And that was that shade or something that Serena had killed from up above. So it's like, okay, what do we need to do? We know we haven't been over here, I don't think. And it doesn't seem to be anything here, though. So that was curious. Barbas, get out of my way. But there's a chest back here. Maybe a good one, maybe not. We don't know. We're coming across some that aren't so good, which is very discouraging. But we'll take the 40 gold off the dead guy. No problem. And we increased our block skill, so that is awesome. And a novice chest that we can unlock. In theory, we should be able to unlock it pretty easily. And we didn't even break a lockpick. 5 gold, 500 scroll. That's really awesome. And a health potion. Come around the backside, check the urn. Silver garnet ring, not bad. And what else do we have? And this requires a key, so we can't get in there yet. Looking for a lever. Thought about picking up that skull. It was tempting. And it's like, okay, where do I need to get to in here? And I know that I can run and jump across. My followers, I assume, would figure it out. Well, I know they do. If you run and jump across something like that, so like, let's just run and jump. Ta-da! And we did. And we got another beam going. So something else should have opened somewhere. And I just jumped down, and then obviously Barbas found his way down somehow. And Serena will too. If he did, she will. So I wasn't overly worried about it. But I want to backtrack and make sure. So we know we hit that one. I was looking for a place to jump over to somewhere else. It's just, you know, shortest, fastest route is what I'm thinking in my head. And I know I keep missing something. I keep seeing the thing that I was missing. It's like, okay, come on. You should have known better than that. But that's okay. Sometimes when you're tired or whatever, you miss things. So let's check the map. The map's telling me right there. But I'm pretty sure that I hadn't gone through everything on the other direction that I was facing. It's like, have I been there? Have I been there? Again, I'm looking for levers and things that are hard to see. So, I mean, I've got fair eyesight, but not great eyesight. So, like, let's just jump over and go down here. Double check to make sure and then I thought, oh, we've already been in here. I've already emptied everything out. No, we don't need to close the door. But it looked like there were some things that some things in here we had not seen all of. So I thought, okay, let's run over here. And sure enough, here's shades, which they wouldn't have been there if we'd been in here. So obviously there's something in here we hadn't seen yet. And I don't for sure know what it was, but I do know that there was a shade that we just killed. Desecrated corpse, another 60 gold. I mean, daggone. Oops, and there was a shade that slid down this, dropped something down the hill. Serena got it. Another desecrated corpse. So obviously this is a place we had not been yet. So that's good. So far I'm really proud of myself that I didn't look up any of this on the wiki. That I just kind of stumbled around by myself, which probably was quite torturous for you. Hopefully not too. I mean, I did cut out an awful lot for you. But anyway, saying there's an urn here we had not checked, so obviously we've not been this way. So our pointer is pointing us this direction. So we had not clicked on this pedestal. So yay. Desecrated corpses. So it's looking like we're getting really close to hitting all the pedestals that we're supposed to hit and opening all of them. And it's like, okay, I really want to go down. And I think the fastest way is to save and just jump. Because I'm pretty sure it's that doorway over there that I need to go through. At least that's where my cursor is telling me to go. Catacombs. We have not been in the catacombs. So we're going to save. Just in case we should have come back here in case we missed anything. I don't think we did. But we can't be sure until we do it. Again, I'm on my own here. And Barbas, quit pushing me. Daggone it. So, anyway, we will continue on. We will find out where we are. Oh, I know what I kept thinking. What am I doing? What I was checking is someone told me to give Serena a torch because Serena uses only one-handed weapons. Well, if you'll notice right there, she's got a two-handed weapon on her. So I'm wondering if she's different than the other followers. Someone that I can't remember who it was that told me, and I'm so sorry because I'm not looking at it right now. Comment again and tell me if I'm correct in thinking that Serena is very unique in that she will use two-handed weapons. I gave her a torch and she didn't use it. So I was just curious. That's what I was doing. That's what I was thinking about. it's like, what was I doing? What was I thinking? And I had to think, what was I thinking? That's what I was thinking. Give her a torch and see if it worked, and it didn't. Okay, so another room we have not been in, 100 gold off of another desecrated corpse. And I wanted to, before I clicked on that, I checked all around, but that seemed to do something. It opened a door right behind it. And thought maybe we ought to run around and check all these real quick. And see if I have anything good. 7 gold, common soul gem. I think any chest like that should have way more than that on it, don't you think? It seems like, wow. It's a special looking chest, but there was nothing special on it. So before I went through the door, I wanted to run around and check all these desecrated corpses to make sure that I got all the gold. I should have counted how much we had before. Maybe I'll go back and look at this before we started, how much gold we had and how much we ended with. I was shocked. Something's not right here. Be careful. I think we may be in first in trouble. Well, Serena, that's kind of ominous. And I think you might be right. Because there are shades down here. There's multiple ones. There's a ton of them. Oh my goodness. But luckily I've got Serena, I've got the dog, I've got me. So we can get them all. And now we have to kill Malkron, who the dog is attacking right now. Apparently he's essential. He's getting zapped and he seems to be okay. And we've taken out Malkron. A couple of shades left. So we've destroyed Malkron, and the draedric chick is telling us to receive Dawnbreaker. Before I do that, because I don't know what she's going to do. I mean, last time we did something she told us to do, she tossed us up in the, in the air so far. And look at this, boy, he's got some good stuff. She tossed us so far in the air. Who knows what she'll do when I pick up that Dawnbreaker. So I think that we're going to run around and gather up all this gold. I mean, look at this, 100, 160. I mean, sorry, 100, then 60. I'm wasting my time on these ghostly remains. I don't think any of them had a single thing, but man, did these corpses, they sure did. And I guess this is a unique thing I've never seen this much money on corpses before. So I guess it's unique to this specific Daedric quest. It's like, wow, I mean, that's quite a bit of money. So I was very happy about that. It's not that I'm like low on money. I mean, you can see how much I have, and I'm not using it for anything right now. I haven't been doing any enchanting or anything, which takes money. I haven't bought any more houses yet. So, whoops, sorry. I didn't mean to kick you, desecrated corpse. Jeez Louise. So really, I mean, money is, we're fine with money. It's just, I don't want to, I mean, it's different to walk past 5 gold, but we're talking, as much as 100 gold on some of these guys. So to me, it was worth the few minutes it took me to go get all that stuff. So before I do whatever it is this Daedric Prince wants me to do, I'm going to save, and I've retrieved Dawnbreaker. And as I thought, something weird's happening. It looks like that I once again am up in the middle of the sky. All right, so Skyrim's dead shall remain at rest. All right. I'm supposed to be its herald. A new day is dawning, and you shall be its herald. What does that mean, do you suppose? Take the mighty Dawnbreaker, and with it purge corruption from the dark corners of the world. Weld it in my name, that my influence may grow. Meridia. Well, she seems like, or he, or whatever it is, seems to not be a bad thing, a bad prince. I don't know. I wasn't sure what to say here. I don't know what it changes. So I thought maybe she would drop me on the ground If I said the other one, I don't know. I don't know what I should have chosen. If you've chosen the other, let me know. I am coming to the ground pretty quickly. It's like, please don't let me die. And then I very gently land on the ground, and the beacon ends up back at her feet. So, okay. We're not dead. But what did we get? Dawnbreaker. Look at this thing. Burn for 15 points. Ooh. That looks pretty nice. I'm not a sword person even. So, I don't know. Maybe Serena's going to get that one. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it out for myself a couple times. And look at my poor horse. You should just stay down there, dude. I don't know why you felt the need to try to run up the steps. So that was a pretty interesting side quest, I think. I really enjoyed that. It was different. And especially because I didn't search and, do what I normally do, which is, not cheat technically, but I, look it up. So I think this is really a good place for us to end for the day. I really appreciate you following me along on this wild, crazy journey. I hope you continue to do so. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I also have a Patreon account if you can help, and of course that's greatly appreciated. But most importantly, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.